Shalom, call Allah, La Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakwadash, for allowing me to do another lesson. Yahweh is who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and there's no God beside them. Double honor to the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone for being faithful witnesses to the Holy Spirit, and citations to the elect whom the Lord have given ears to hear. And I want to title this one, and he calls it all. So this just popped up on my the Newsbreak app. It's a lock here for this shit on top. I don't know how to get that off, but it says one of New York's biggest gas stations to close 1,000 locations. A giant gas station operator confirmed plans to close 1,000 locations. Soon, New Yorkers may have to find a new favorite spot for gas. These days, gas is always expensive. I'm sure many yearn for just a few years ago when prices were much cheaper, right? And keep your eyes open for other states, like it's normally New York first, and then California, and then other states will follow suit, right? Because what's to come, as they show you in these different cyberpunk movies, like Ghost in the Shell, what's another good one? Upgrade, right? They show you situations, or they show you how the future is. And always there's electric cars, always. So it says, how do you pick what gas stations to go to? For me, I find the cheapest station near my home that's during my commute. A cheap station close to home or work is probably what most do. Others have brand loyalty. And it says Shell, right? The company Shell plans to close 1,000 locations. One of the largest gas station chains in New York State confirmed plans to close 1,000 locations. Shell announced plans to close 500 locations by the end of 2024 and another 500 locations in 2025, right? And what you think that's going to do to the other ones? They're going to, their price is going to go up even more, right? Because now you have less competition. And it's really all to push you away from gas-powered cars. That on top of, the war going on in the Red Sea. All right. And with Iran and with Russia making it a lot harder for these oil boats to come over. That on top of different canals, experiencing droughts to where soon enough there won't be sufficient or not even any water for the boats to travel through. So they may have to take a longer route, and just all these things are making for a more expensive commute. Shell announced plans to close 500 locations by the end of 2024 and another 500 locations in 2025. The company confirmed this Energy Transition Strategy 2024 report. Worldwide, Shell operates more than 46,000 Shell-branded retail locations, including 12,500 convenience stores. And it says Shell is New York's fourth largest gas station. With nearly 300 locations across New York State, Shell is the Empire State's fourth biggest gas station. Right? Then it says, while announcing the upcoming closures, the company plans to shift its focus to electrical vehicle charging, biofuels, and integrated power by the year 2030. Other than shifting its focus, Shell didn't provide a reason for closing 1,000 locations or announce where the closure will take. So that's pretty much it. Wow. Now this shows you, which, I was kind of doing some research. What does $100? What would $100 get you in 1990, as opposed to today? And I think they said the difference was like $100 in 1990 to today was like $230, which was equivalent to $230 today. And then when you go to 1980, it was equivalent to like $327, right? So it's all planned from, we talking about centuries here, all right, for you to eventually do away with the conventional way of living, all right, because it's all about control. All right, so they said they analyzed the average price for a gallon of unleaded regular gasoline from 1976 to 2020, along with the Consumer Price Index for unleaded regular gasoline from 1937 to 1976, including the absolute and inflation adjusted prices for each year. Right? So it says, wow. In 1937, a gallon of gas was 19 cents. Oh my God. It says, after President Franklin D. Roosevelt took office in 1933, the economic state of the country seemed hopeful. Americans were beginning to emerge from the financial wreckage of the Great Depression, and unemployment rates dropped more than 10% in just a few years. In 1937, the nation was hit by yet another period of economic downturn, during which unemployment spiked once more. A number of federal economic decisions, such as switching to a contractionary monetary policy, impacted inflation and led to relatively higher prices. That's interesting information. As we know, we are in another economic downturn. It says 1937, another period of economic downturn during which unemployment spiked once more. Federal economic decisions, such as switching to a contractionary monetary policy. 1938, it says, in an effort to protect smaller gas station operators from the aggressive pricing of bigger companies, the state of New Jersey instituted a law in 1938 that prevented gas stations from raising prices more than once a day. In 2005, this law was put to the test when civil action was taken against 20 gas stations for doing exactly that. So I'll probably put this in the description box. I know a lot of you brothers have the Newsbreak app, or you could just pretty much look it up. But let's grab this and we're going to be out of here. Revelation chapter 13. Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. In other words, America is going to go back to this dystopian Roman Empire. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? And we're seeing that to be the case on a monetary way and a spiritual aspect. As I seen the Apostle Rumla, he did the lesson yesterday going into what the state of Iowa and the state of Georgia is making it is outlawing pretty much the Bible. Why they said, you're going to get fined or you're going to get in trouble. Something to that extent if you read Matthew 22 and 37. Right? Which pretty much goes into the fact that the Jews crucified Yahushua. Not the so-called Jews of today, but the Israelites. All right? So we're seeing this come to fruition. Right? Either comply or die. Be ostracized out of society. Right? Again, when things are so very expensive, you need an alternative. Now today, as far as the electric cars is concerned, you saw, I believe, under Biden administration, he was giving, I'm not sure if he's doing it now, but he was giving like incentives or tax breaks for those who were to get the electric cars. But soon enough, he's not going to be so nice. He's going to say, get it, or be ostracized, or set apart from society. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Right? So these two precepts, 15 and 16, is heavy, going into how this devil is going to cause, which when you go into that word cause, it means poieo, to make, to construct, form, or fashion. So he's fashioning pretty much a restrictive society, right? And the only way you're going to be able to survive, as we always go into, is if you receive what's known. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that's that's what it's going to come down to. The collapse of the former monetary system to give way to another one. Right? To where all those, again, that's holding on to the former monetary system. All right? You see inflation is making a dollar worth less. Meanwhile, you have something known as what? Bitcoin is going up. There's no coincidence there. All right? The undertone to that, all right, is that central bank digital currencies is more profitable to you. All right? But hey, with that, shalom to the elect.